What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be taking a look at a free-to-play and low-spender viewpoint of this update. And we actually thankfully have one of our viewers that are giving us access to their account. Really awesome. Yas just giving us a really good look at more of an earlier game, mid-game type of account where you're having multiple Transcendence heroes and you're trying to push further in the Void campaign. Of course, we're in a chapter 2, so that does mean that the chapter 1 boss is unlocked. One thing to note, we have confirmed these stage bonuses are only usable, or claimable I should say, one single time. I was really hoping, much like Sealand, there was like a smash feature where you get like, you know, I don't know, 9,000 and 18,000 stellar shards per day per smash. Because, you know, kind of like how Sealand does it, where you have Sealand attempts here. You can go through, you can smash the stuff, and you get like portions of what you get for actually clearing the stuff in a daily form. I'm gonna push DH Games to try to do something like that, to make this an even more important game mode for people to strive to accomplish, because these bosses ramp up and become extremely difficult extremely fast. So yeah, these resources are important to get, and there are a couple things I want to talk about. So anybody who has less than 6 Transcendence heroes, it essentially means that your attempt is actually only 1 per day, because from the sounds of it, when you challenge a second time, you can't use any heroes you used in the first attempt. That's going to get really difficult moving on, even for whales, because you're actually going to have to like split your damage dealers up into multiple ways, because even on tap, people are going against difficulty 10. It is extremely difficult. So I can only imagine what chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5 are actually like in the game. They are very much future-proofed right now, at least until we get our heroes transition and stuff like that. So first things first, how difficult is this boss? Well, let's take a look at his account. Let's see what we can actually do. Looks like our main householder is a Fairy Queen Vesta, and again, not very optimal, but we'll kind of go with this for the time being to see how this actually plays out. It's probably actually a good idea. Wait, why does she have a flag? She's the main householder, right? Yeah, she is. So, wait, I thought she's... Oh, because I hit the upgrade button. That's right. Never mind. Ignore me. So crit damage reduction, holy damage. Let's see what our crit damage is like. Yeah, it's fine. We're good. So we have a little bit of sublimation on this hero. We have the others on our Jara. Of course, we don't have any noble cores on this account, so we can't do any of these transitions. We need more sublimation, cores of origin, everything like that. And we're gonna need your help here, ma'am. We are actually going to need you to do some stuff for us. So let's actually get her kitted up, ready to go, because we need everybody to participate in this. One thing I found is that there's either a counterattack or a reflect damage in this, and we're going to see how this exactly plays out. So let's jump into the first boss. Yep, we have every attempt. We don't have a full team, so we're not going to be getting an aura or anything like that. I'm hoping... Yeah, he's 120, should be maxed out. I'm hoping this team's gonna do okay and we can use Jara's core, but you're gonna quickly see how the damage in this actually plays out. So the first couple bosses are not ridiculously hard, but you can see they're actually starting to do damage, and most of the damage that will be incoming will be reflect or counterattack damage. I'm not really sure which one, because watching the animations is really difficult to tell. Let's actually see what happens here. So she has everybody. You notice everybody's health bars are dipping down when that does happen. Surprisingly, our Vesta is faster than the enemy team, which is good to see. Maybe even using an Antlers cane, if we have one, would be a good option. But this is a fairly decent... It's very suboptimal account overall. Everything is kind of behind the Vesta, where in reality, everything should be on the Jara. But I don't know how good Jara would actually do here. And you'll notice this is going to become the first issue right here. Like, we're able to do good damage with her, but that reflect does kill us. And then this is what happens. We get to 23. You go to continue. Well, there's no other heroes available to hit. It's going to refresh in an hour, essentially. So if you don't have more heroes to hit a second time in an hour, yeah. So essentially what you do is you just end it right there. You get some points and the HP bar refreshes, but it does give you points for the leaderboard. And we'll have to see how that plays out. So then once you do the end there, you can now come back in. You can tweak some heroes up the way you want to. In reality, let's see what type of artifacts we do have. We don't have, I mean, that's going to be an important one I need to steal right there. Doesn't look like we have an antlers cane on this account, which is really crazy, unless it was in the inventory. I don't know. It might be better just to run her with a crown and run her, wait, not her, run her with like a Rui scepter. I think unbending will is kind of the way. Let's just see how this turns out. I don't think we need to run balance strike. Really tricky. But yeah, then you get to do a second boss battle here to see how it plays out. Again, we're gonna go with this. Honestly, maybe we should go with Nemean. Something like that. Oh, I forgot the core of origin, I think. Not like it's a big deal. Dodging does help, but like I said, most of the incoming damage you're gonna see is actually not from taking hits from the enemies. It's actually gonna come in the form of reflecting damage, or I think it's actually counterattacking, because even weaker heroes that are hitting everybody, you start taking damage, and then as the rounds go on, they are dealing more and more damage. I wonder if there's heroes that can remove buffs from the enemy. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. They do get a buff every time they get hit. I do know that. It would be cool if we could somehow manage to clear this out pretty much solo with the Vesa. But this is a good look to kind of show you guys how difficult this is going to be. Even if you have beat chapter 1, it is going to start ramping up in difficulty here. I don't even, yeah, no, not even with that can we actually get it done. I wonder if you have to beat it before the early rounds there. So yeah, that time was only 54%. That went much, much worse. In reality, I think literally just going maybe back to something like this on you. Let's switch this over to you so we get some really good damage in the early rounds. Let's see how that turns out. Keep going to battle there. Let's do the third attempt. Let's see if we can get something a little bit better done here. We do want to go with, I think the Phoenix is just better for more damage. And again, we have to remember to activate that core every single time. I'd love to see us get a single boss down, but like I said, this might be what a lot of people end up seeing. Melodic Strings is going to definitely give us all that front-loaded damage. Heroes like Doom Terminator Vulcan, Star Swordsman Mockman, Lord of Fear Aspen, really going to be good heroes that can do some crazy big damage in the early rounds. And then hopefully you can get like your Doom Terminator Vulcan to survive to round 6 for that big old weakness disclosure and just wreck people. Got another active coming up next round. Weirdly enough, I feel like the Punisher staff looked really good on the Vesa, the extra damage it was dealing. Starting to take a little bit too much damage here. Ugh. Yeah, because she's pretty much healing, I think, every time. Oh my goodness, there's so much damage that's incoming. Oh, and then that hit is just absolutely brutal. So yeah, if you want to continue to do more hits, you have an hour to do it. Otherwise, you don't. And sadly, I mean, we got a new record, but you don't actually get these resources. What you do start doing is once you beat one of the bosses, you will start accumulating them daily from your idle grinding, I think, unless, oh, here they are right here. You have to get to 2-5 to actually start getting them idle. So it doesn't even matter if you beat a boss. You need to get to 2-5. So getting to 2-5 is probably the biggest, most important thing to do in the game, because not only are you getting the stone boost, I mean, 3-1 would be great for the resonant suits of gear and stuff and skins, but 2-5 is the new checkpoint you gotta get here as a free-to-play or low spender. So that is your goal. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and let me know your guys' experiences. And again, just one more time to reiterate, these are not daily rewards you can get. These are one-time claimable rewards. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly of a low spender free-to-play account in Void Invasion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's going to be a long progress getting these bosses down, because even whales with SSS DTVs are taking multiple hits on difficulty 10 just from chapter 1, and that's not any other chapters. See you guys next time.